when I went to Hong Kong, there was my homegirl had a Labrador, and his eyes were kind of like Chinese like, and I was like, "Yo, why is your Labrador Chinese and shit?" Yeah, wildly problematic. But I swear it didn't have regular like wide eye like white person Labrador eyes. It had like fucking Hong Kong eyes, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Why am I tripping, or is your dog Chinese too?"
You know that thing that's like when you get to heaven and it's Chinese? It's like you and the
I
dog.
would see that for the first time when someone sent it in the Discord.
Dude, it's one of my favorite videos ever.
I just didn't know it was Chinese.
He had no idea. He had no clue.
I don't know about that one. That must be some Twitter shit.
You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it.
We'll
Alright,
send
do
it to you.
you want to get started?
That's right.
Do we? Is it time? Is it time? Oh shit! Oh my god! 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 Guys, it's what's up with the minutes. Episode 6.
That's right.
Episode 6. Why did I do it like that? Episode 6. Crazy. That's a ridiculous amount. You know, and to celebrate having such a ridiculous amount of episodes, we brought on the legendary, the illustrious, the ever so handsome, the best rapper of all time, Rap Man Gavin. How are you doing today? Oh shit, it's lungs. Yeah, I thought we invited Gavin on, but we got the wrong guy.
What's up?
I'm going stupid with these
Happy
sounds.
to
I'm gonna
be
stop.
How you
Yeah,
doing,
in
Gavin? What's the word?
retrospect, you guys should have never gotten a soundboard because
Okay, I'm done.
uh,
Yeah.
I just want to try something quickly. Give me 2 seconds.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
sure.
started the podcast, man. This is so unprofessional.
You hear me?
No, it's okay. We're giving
Yeah, we can hear
Megan stuff to edit around.
No, I don't edit.
Yeah, at this point, Mega, put in post, yeah, just like a big, like, loads of thumbs down on the screen around Gavin's face for ruining the podcast. You're so much quieter now, dude. Why didn't you do this before we started the podcast?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, what's
Back
up,
to what
man?
it was.
Good to have you on,
Nothing
Gav.
happened. Happy to be here.
Hell
Happy to
yeah,
be
hell
here.
yeah. It's great news. It's great news. We're glad to see you, dude. Wow, brilliant.
How
brilliant.
you all doing?
Always.
This is
In
my
all your
first
different parts of
time.
the world. Hey, it's four
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
different parts of the world now.
we added more
God
people.
damn.
The fucking
Yeah, we made it even
time
more
zones
difficult to time. So Gavin's in South Africa, Mega, you're in Japan, Trey's in fucking Georgia, apparently. That's not a real place. And I'm in England as fuck. Which is also not a real place. It's tragic out here. Anyways, this is an underground hip hop podcast. What's up with the minutes? We talk every single week. We take 3 topics of our choosing to just talk about, you know what I mean? Conversate and the like. Yeah, I'm joined by Mega, Trey, and of course, Rapman Gavin is already established. How are you guys doing today? How you doing, Mega?
I'm cooling. Just a nice lazy Saturday. Didn't really do anything. So yeah, lazy. I was supposed to go to a birthday party this evening, but I'm recording with y'all. No,
But
no,
yeah,
no
I mean,
problem.
why would
no
you
problem.
socialize when you could instead record a podcast?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck-
indeed.
Fuck
That's
birthday
not the
parties.
Mega I know.
You changed.
After the recording, you know, it'll probably be around midnight. I'll probably wander the streets a little bit like a hoe I am.
How you doing, Trey?
I'm good. I'm fresh off of work. You know, normally I'd be bummed out about that, but I don't have a topic this week, so I think I'm just gonna sit around and instigate the whole time.
Word. Yeah, so this is part of our scheme to slowly get rid of Trey. Is we've introduced Rapman Gavin. You're giving Rapman Gavin the topic and not Trey, so we can slowly get rid of him.
I'm super uninteresting, so you don't really have a...
No, we love you. We love you, Gavin. We love you. Yeah, so this week we've got 3 topics. And
You didn't ask Gavin how he was doing. What the fuck?
I asked Gavin how he was doing first. He was the first one to ask because he's more important than you guys.
My fault. Oh shit. Okay, fine. Okay, no, my fault. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh my.
Should never gave these niggas sound. Oh yeah,
You should have never gave these
This is
niggas
gonna be
money.
the
I mean,
longest
soundboard.
podcast of all time.
Hey, ignore that. Okay, basically, this week we have 3 topics. I'm coming out here. I recently have come to a realization that there's a lot of niggas who they be sampling, but they don't really give a fuck about the music they be sampling. And I've got a little bit of an issue with that, and I'd like to discuss it. Mega came in. He's talking about Discord. MAGA, my bad. Yeah, MAGA came in and he's talking about Discord because that guy's terminally online. He can't put down his phone, bro. He can't put down his phone, so he's got to discuss some shit. And Ratman Gavin, as the sole representative of South Africa, has brought in Master Key, a Master M. Oh, sorry, my bad. Master
like
Kai,
Dragon Ball.
a Master MC
Yeah.
from South Africa, to just show his story with him and how they linked. So, what do you want to start with, Vats? What do you want to do?
Well. First, before we get started,
oh shit, do you have something to say?
We have a Patreon now. We debuted the Patreon last podcast episode. Shout out Dan. He's our first person to join the Patreon. We're gonna have an extra topic this week. We're gonna try to talk about the New Woods Fanon remix album. It's Gawilog, not Gollywog, so white people can say it now. But yeah, join the Patreon, get the uncut. You can hear us argue with Gavin about technical difficulties. But besides that, we can get started.
Hell yeah. Who wants to go first?
Not it.
Don't matter to me.
Okay, I'll fucking got it then. All right, guys, I got some fucking complaining to do.
Brother.
So recently, I was talking to someone just about like the samples they're getting and stuff like that, and I was just kind of curious, like, this person's always getting their soul samples and yada yada, and I was like, who are your favorite soul artists? They ain't have an answer. They ain't have an answer. They have people they go through to get their shit from, but they don't listen to that music outside of it as a kind of as a sampling tool. And like, I'm not saying that every single thing someone samples they have to be like a huge fan of, but I did find it interesting that this person had come into a culture and the only experience of that culture was the idea of sampling, but not the kind of not the methodology behind it. You know what I'm saying? I would like, from what I know about how sampling came about, is these guys were listening to that music. You know what I mean? Q-Tips was sampling jazz because he was listening to jazz. You know what I mean? Like, that type of thing comes around from a very natural like progression there. And I found it interesting that someone could come into hip hop culture and stuff like that and be like, you know what? I actually don't give a fuck about the culture that predates this. I'm just gonna take and then make my own shit. And like, I think that is a lot of the sampling is like, that's cool. You know what I mean? You got to take what you got to take to make what you're going to make. But I don't know. I feel like we could be a little more. So yeah, that's what I brought to the stable today. What do you guys think about that?
I don't really like talk to people and experience that kind of like phenomenon. I typically don't listen to artists that ping my spider sense in that regard. It's like, if it sound kind of whack, it probably is, but it's also kind of hard to criticize the current method of YouTube sampling and stream sampling because they're kind of concurrent with the creation of a lot of the new sonic qualities and approaches that we have today from older artists and new artists alike. However, I agree with you. There is a historical importance that came along with the very kind of tactile and tactical methodology of crate digging and digging in the crates. There was a scarcity in digging and a level of kind of academic excellence because of that, a form of musical education that came from listening to something you didn't know, reading who it was that made it, and who created those sounds. And it also gave an ethnographic kind of connection to finding foreign music genres and cultivating those qualities to express, Western Black Latino diaspora, and using those things created, spontaneous connections and new orders punctuating the kind of like Western people's, Black folks particularly, ability to create something that is new and old and from our cultures and our experience, and to that is so disconnected and connected with something real and tangible, and give us a connection to that history beyond what was forced on us for generations. Like many things historically, though, it's like important and contingent. Like many things is important. Like these kind of historical things about culture and the shaping of culture and the rules and ethics have kind of lost their flavor in a lot of the growth that occurred in those communities in favor of immediacy. People are just grasping at, frenetically grasping at all these passing objects and Googling keywords to do those things, and it makes a lot of the things devoid of meaning. A lot of like heat, but no light, so to speak. And we used to use cheat codes. Well, I shouldn't say we, but there used to be cheat codes in the past too. There was, a group of records that you could buy that were called Ultimate Breakbeats, and those albums were basically created for people to sell the hip hop sound and also provide a way of skipping some of that hard
listening through like soul joints, for
and
like
figuring it out. So they would do that type of shit, and it was a problem too. But there's nothing like the old guard of sample champions and digging scholars. That knowledge is so vast and immeasurable. I just don't see that level of knowledge being nearly as commonplace amongst some of the people that use the search term to find these records. And they also never likely find the completely obscure older art that was always only ever like deposited in those mom and pop shops that people spent countless of hours digging through in order to find some weird gospel record that was pressed up, 100 records from some church group. And sampling also is something that's like we've found all of the records type of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, we have all the music, we have all the babies for the movies. We don't need any more babies. And it's just like,
what?
I don't know.
Wait, no, elaborate. Wait, elaborate on that.
No, it's a joke. It's like, it's just like we have enough of this, so there's no longer a use for it, is what I'm saying. It's like, and I don't necessarily believe that's true. I think people are making new connections, but it's very important to me that at least that element of hip hop is something that is thought of and considered when discussing sampling, because sampling is, the backbone of the creation of hip hop music. And it is one of the things that allows these new spontaneous ors to emerge that make our culture consistently fresh with a foot in the past of all of this great songbook of, musical excellence. So if you're taking from anything with a callous disregard of the historical elements of it, then you kind of a bitch ass nigga in the first place. You kind of whack in the first place. But I get it. I get it. It's fine. It's like people are going to create with the tools that they have, and that just happens to be super prevalent now. I don't know. Sorry for the ramble.
No, that's true.
I think it's kind of like this was kind of inevitable when you went from crate digging to like playlists that say jazz songs to sample or like gospel songs to sample and shit. And then it changes the landscape in a lot of ways. I do think I agree with everything that Mega just said and what you said, but I do think that there's kind of this if you younger and you have this kind of disingenuous approach to sampling this work and stuff, there's still there's this chance that through this disingenuous approach you actually end up diving deeper into the music that you're sampling kind of arbitrarily in the beginning, and maybe down the line you kind of that kind of just your entry point. Granted, if you 45 and you've been producing for 10 years and you still doing it, you still don't give a fuck, then
say you're 42, live in Japan, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
No, I'm actually what you said though, Mega. You briefly brought up that songbook thing, and I do think that that's kind of a part of it. Is remember we had that topic on the first episode about how certain demographics tend to take from art, their sample sources are kind of related to their own demographics. Is the lack of soul samples in a lot of the white artists and producers we listen to in the underground specifically, and I think that is an interesting point of it, is because I think that we appreciate that for the reason that I dislike this, because those people, they're sampling from a very organic place, you know what I mean? They might not be sampling from the same space that I would expect from a hip hop
But
like
at least it's not
landscape.
phony.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
you
a
know,
part of their musical experience and upbringing in a lot of ways.
mhm.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. And my seat just went down. That's crazy.
But to be real, like you've never needed to have respect for the music that you were sampling from in hip hop. And there's undoubtedly, you know, people who have been sampling for 30 years, and even some of the greatest producers who perhaps don't have the same kind of academic inclination as like a Madlib or like, you know, that kind of deeper musical appreciation. They see a record that looks cool, they bring it home, they chop it up, and then it goes into, you know, the stockpile. And you know, it's like it's never been like a rule that you had to appreciate all the shit you stole from or took from or used.
I mean, I'm not
kinda,
necessarily. Go on, Trey. No, go on, Trey. It's yours. You got it.
I was thinking something similar to what Megan just said, because like, for example, Slumber Logic, he big crate digger guy. And just like what I've observed from like producers that make it a habit to crate dig, I feel like that process is so spontaneous almost and like random that I don't know how you would like familiarize yourself with everything. Some things you're like, oh, I genuinely just appreciate this on a music level and like get more familiar with it. But I feel like in the process, like crate digging, I feel like that's like a very like impersonal process and practice. And sometimes you do like stumble across gems and like expand your understanding of music. But I don't feel like that's always the case for like people when they like pull on music to add to their stuff.
Yeah, and I wouldn't disagree. You know what I mean? I've definitely sampled things that I'm not like, oh shit, I know the entire history of this. I just definitely think like more of an effort than none would be nice occasionally. Yeah. I do think even in that sorry, no, go on, Trey.
No, I guess it would depend on like the demeanor of the person that you're talking to or that you're referencing here, because I can definitely see it where like just throw out an example, be like, oh, you sampled D'Angelo on this. So you're like, what do you think of this album?
Why is a white man sampling D'Angelo?
Because well, Cole didn't say they were white, even though they're probably white.
They are. On this as well, you know, I don't think that Twitter is a valuable like public domain and culture like space to find out, oh shit, this is what everyone thinks. But when I tweeted out just basically saying like a kind of thing of like, I hate when you can tell a producer only listens to it so they can sample it. Real vulture shit to me, no appreciation of the art side of it you can take from it. And someone replied to me and was like, yeah, bro thinks that I'm gonna care about Egyptian reggae. And I'm like, why not? Why not? Like, why would
the thing is, if it's interesting enough for you to sample, why would you not be interested in the source? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you directly going out of your way to decide, like, oh yeah, I'm not going to engage in this art any more than what I can use it for. It's just a little bit like, that's vulture shit to me personally, but not necessarily vulture in like a hip hop sense. Just like, I feel like you're taking from a culture in outside of hip hop in a sense as well. Like, even if these aren't the rules of hip hop per se, I think you're still you're like vulturing from a different culture outside of hip hop, I suppose, in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, I think we owe the people we're sampling the respect of respecting their work. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna use these people as kind of use their art as like a canvas to kind of push our art forward, then I think kind of a vital part of that for me would be to acknowledge where it comes from and give I don't know, like give oh wow, the word's gone.
At least like a tacit endorsement for the quality of that work and an appreciation for the labor and effort that was put into it. That's you know, but that's also
reverence.
Like
give reverence. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, that's the word. It's also symptomatic of like a greater ill when it comes to the creation of hip hop culture and how far things have changed in terms of what is considered community and what is ethical in the creation of it and in the meaning behind a lot of these a lot of the art form. It's been so, you know, McDonaldized, commercialized, and popularized that it's like, to what degree do I need to care about anything when everything is fucking meaningless to me in this world, except for what I can, use for my own obsessive like individualism and self-expression. Like if you feel like if you're not a part of a culture, except for by your own views of identity and how you feel you want people to think about you, then you don't have any respect for other cultures, and you definitely don't have a culture to really fall back on for those ethics and for those rules. And like rules were hella different when I was producing beats in the early 2000s. Like even then it was different than the 90s. Like you couldn't just, you weren't supposed to just take any sample and do it. You were supposed to kind of try to hide it or do something new with it or flip it. And nowadays I think that like a lot of those things don't necessarily matter in the same way. And it's a part of the time. Like now you can buy like fucking beat packs. Like you buy sound effect things from established producers and buy their drums and go to AI sites and go to, like today I just saw some shit. It was like you could beatbox, like make sounds into your phone and turn it into MIDI and use it for, it's like I don't really like have a larger point to make about how hip hop is kind of weird now, but yeah, it's like it's a shitty thing. For me, it appears to be a shitty thing to take ravenously from something and treat it as though there wasn't any labor or value or like importance to it other than what you were able to take from it. It's nasty work to do that, and I don't know anybody that's like twisting their mustache and doing that. But you see it in a lot of the way that people bite rhymes, bite styles, bite sonic qualities, and I imagine that it's like a cool thing to do type beats and just be like, I want to do a type beat, so like you sample like jazz sample, you put like jazz, like old jazz or Japanese jazz, and then you
Pimp a Butterfly type beat.
You hit a couple videos and scroll through them quickly. You don't listen to the music for anything other than you can pull from it immediately, and then you just kind of like forget that you ever used the link. Maybe forget that you have to scroll through your liked videos for 15 minutes to see which one it was, if you can even remember. So yeah, it's kind of gross, but niggas be on fuck shit all the time.
Like Andre's point about like the act of creating, like still being like this kind of spontaneous thing, like, but like to engage on that like level, your demeanor towards the music is like, the chances are it's probably more respectful, because it's so easy to engage, like to look for samples on YouTube in like a half-hearted like way. But if you're going out to like record stuff, you're going there with like a real intention of listening to the music, at least, even if it's like something that you've not necessarily been listening to in your free time and shit. So I do think there's like a difference, because like it's just, I think it's just easier to find shit these days, and it's easier to make cool shit without really needing to go all the way in.
Yeah. I think it's like I guess it's just a due diligence type thing. I'm trying to think of it in like rap terms, because like I'm not as familiar with the production side of things, but I guess that makes sense to just like do your due diligence art wise, because like if I want to reference a concept, I'm only like vaguely familiar with it, I'll like research and look into it more before I add it into any of my art or anything like that. So yeah, I guess it makes sense just doing your due diligence as an artist. But I feel like Akchtually was a younger artist that you were referencing, Go, because I feel like from like a younger person's perspective, especially like if you're not a black person and you're not like as familiar with rap music, you don't really know what to go, because like some rap artists are like, I grew up on this, so that's why I'm pulling from this. For them, it's more like you want to replicate something that you're observing, but you don't have that same experience, so you get pulled arbitrarily as opposed to like things you're familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to say I did. There's a reason I didn't say this person's name. Like, I don't want to put them on blast. They are a younger white person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what happens? I seen him in a Discord server, and we just kind of we kicked it real quick. It was like a very small. And you were like, I'm gonna make this a topic. I mean, no, it bothered me, but not in a sense. That I'm gonna fucking raise hell about this shit, I'm
gonna cancel you.
It's an interesting point. It's just you gotta make it towards the trade.
Yeah,
gotta get this
Give
guy
me the
out of
Rory
here.
treatment.
Yeah.
the screenshots.
I mean-
I'm telling you.
Just like, even if you're gonna do some old fuckaroo shit like that and like not really know and just kind of like fucking lie, nigga. Don't be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Egyptian jazz. Like, don't lie. You know what I mean? Like, don't be. That's fucking wild, corny, and just a whack thing to do. Is like, it sounds like a whack fucking decision to make.
Yeah.
Fucking lie. Just be like, oh man, I can't remember the album title right now, but you know the one with the black dude on the cover.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just a fucking lie. You mean? Oh, let me pull it up. You know, like, because it's also true. Like, people don't remember shit. People like, what's your favorite culture? And I'm like, hold on, nigga. Like, let me see. You know, like, let me think about it. But like, fucking lie. Like, there's just some shit you shouldn't be proud to be a fucking, like, you know, a goofball or against information or you know, against like giving reverence. Like, what kind of person are you, bro? Like, it's ugly.
My one homie, I got a homie, Alec, who like, at least in like university days, he was really into like heavy metal and shit. And he would talk to a lot of other people about heavy metal and shit. But I'd be like standing around him a lot. So as a joke, I started pretending that I'm also really into heavy metal and shit. And they'd be like talking in a group conversation, and I'd be throwing shit in like, yeah, no, the earliest shit was, I just fuck with the earliest shit the most. I don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. And then one day, like, they're all talking and I'm pretending because I found it funny personally. And then
wait, how long has this
like,
gone on for?
just like a few times, yeah. And it was a funny bit between me and him. And then we were talking in groups, and then like everybody walked away, and then except this one guy who was still there, and he just like carried on trying to talk to me about heavy metal. And I eventually was just like, yo, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't listen to this music at all.
You know, this one guy, he's bearing his soul to you, telling him about his greatest interest. He's like, Gavin, please tell me that you enjoy the same music I do, please. And you're like, nah, man, that's just ass. That shit is all bad. It's not.
I don't like how heavy metal reinforces white supremacy.
Yeah.
I'm taking. I got to making notes on y'all. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, I'm infiltrating y'all for Black Excellence Committee and shit. Yeah, exactly. Black Klansmen. Hey, this is Robert Parker. I love that spiderweb style of writing that you all use in the Viking clothing. This is great. I hate niggers. Oh wait, what? Yeah, it's crazy though. But yeah, I mean, you gotta be real fucking.
You know, I think ultimately I think Gavin hit the nail on the head. This is largely a symptom of like the impersonal internet culture. And sometimes these ways of communication have some pros and cons, you know. And I feel like with these communities that we share this music in, you know, the experiences vary, and I think Mega was looking to discuss that experience. Right. You know,
Trader's transition.
Oh shit! I experienced the Terry segue in real time. I didn't realize it was happening, and then
it's too, before you realize it's too late.
He's so good at it, dude. It was nuts.
Yeah.
He
be killing all the time
like that outside of a vehicle.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He's a poet laureate. Amazing. But yeah, my topic this week, it wasn't one that I really thought about all that much, but it had to do with kind of like social media and the spaces that we kind of develop relationships and how we develop them and what we think about them. Obviously, there's a lot of very important critiques of social media and the interplay with the material world and idealism and shit. And I'll probably go off on some Marxism shit in a little bit. But the reason that I thought that this was important or interesting is that, I just want to see how our interactions were with them and how they differ. And also, I'm a 42-year-old Zennial, kind of the line between the Gen X and the millennial generation that's experienced, time before the internet to early chat groups to forums and message boards, all the way to, I had a Twitter account in 2008 and I was on Twitter heavy back then. And I just want to see how we think about these places. For me, the only two places that I'm really on is Reddit which I think is a bit different in terms of a social, like a social networking platform. I quite literally don't have any friends on there. I don't remember people's names on there like that, except for a few of the kind of like porn joints. And I'm just being spicy, but I quite literally don't have friends on there. And I have Instagram, but I don't scroll the timeline. I have Facebook, but I use it just to message my parents. And Twitter I have, but I don't know if I have a login for it, like to remember it. And Discord is one of the places where all of us, well, where at least I met all of you, and I really kind of value the difference in Discord and how it kind of can be a place to create communities, build cadre, and do things beyond the eyes of everybody else being on the platform and having access to jump into my convos, jump into our convos, or to be a shithead with the anonymity of an internet screen. So where y'all at about social media? I'll be talking mad shit about Trey and Twitter and shit, but yeah, I know all y'all be on there though, right?
Yeah, as the resident Twitter fingers, I guess I'll start.
I was gonna say, I mean, like Trey knows the most here.
No, because not even like. So I feel like I found myself talking about like rap on the internet mainly because like once you get to a certain level of obscure, you stop finding people like in your casual life that you can like talk with and shit. So like I just started tweeting my thoughts in regard to the music. And for a while, I feel like this is an experience that like multiple people have said, like just discussing rap music in a Twitter format, just like you get a fresh Twitter account and then you just hop on and talk about rap music. I feel like the algorithm tends to push you in like a very like unpleasant section of that. And I feel like most people I know now like did some level of curation to get to a more thoughtful community of people who enjoy music and such. But I don't know. I like it more ever since we started doing the RMPP Discord thing because it's like a more concentrated community. And like as much shit as we talk, you can tell that like the people in there do care about each other on some level. So I do like that dynamic. Just as far as like public forum, it's not really my thing as much. Besides like, like if I'm like hype over some random shit, but like when I'm looking to like discuss music extensively, I feel like the more niche communities like RMPP and the Ox Discord, stuff like that, I feel like that tends to work better. So it's just a secret house. Yeah, who would forget? We're on the Secret House Network after all. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's what it can be very inflammatory, but I feel like if you land in a good spot, sometimes 3 people make a podcast where they talk about rap music.
That's very, very true, very true. I mean, with me, I started on Twitter. Well, I mean, I in terms of my in terms of me discussing things I actually enjoyed. Like I had Instagram for a while, and I was just kind of being like, I'm just a kid who posts Instagram because I'm stupid and a kid posting on Instagram. And then like I got to like 16, and I was like, okay, Twitter exists. And then on Twitter, I'm like, the thing about Twitter for me is I was just wanting Twitter to be Discord. I just didn't know how to get into those Discord communities, I guess, because it was a lot of like the thing I enjoyed about Twitter for a long time was I was in a lot of group chats. I was in a lot of Twitter group chats doing the same thing I'm basically doing on Discord, but in like a Twitter space. And I remember like when I first joined in Twitter, loads of people would be like, yo, I'm making a group chat. We are going to talk about this. And I'd be like, yeah, add me. And that's kind of like how I got into a lot of the music I'm currently into. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have, like I was already a fan of a lot of like Matt Harmony, those like kind of guys. But like through connecting with like people like Luke B. Yeah, I know you're listening. Like if you're connecting to people like Luke B, Matt Drogas, people like that, I got more into like that stuff. I kind of realized the kind of mythology behind it. I learned a lot of like through those communities. And then like you dig further into that, you end up finding, oh, okay, there's these podcasts and they have their own Patreon that can take you to a Discord. And then there's all of these artists I'm already a big fan of. Like I knew Gavin as a rapper before I joined Rap Music Club podcast. I was just like, that guy's fucking crazy. And then I met that guy, and now he's on our podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this online thing can be used as like a tool for community building, but I don't think that's its intent. That's not what it's for. You know what I mean? It just kind of has ended up being that.
I think it also used to be like easier back in the day on Twitter to kind of like stay in a more like niche specific lane and not just see a bunch of like shit that you don't really care about. Whereas like these days it's like because I'm into rap, I gotta see fucking Sunny Digital tweets every day. And like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like there's a lot more bullshit just being fed in my face. Whereas beforehand I felt like what I liked about Twitter was that like I was like kind of connecting with other people who were into the like it's the same thing why I like Discord now. And it's like kind of why you kind of get more active, or a lot of us have gotten more active on Discord as opposed to Twitter, because you can kind of just talk about the shit that you want to. Exactly. Where I don't know, Twitter just feels like a lot of rage bait and like shit that you don't care about being shoved in your face, and like I don't know. It just feels like it's completely off the rails.
Yeah, I think there's definitely been a shift.
Definitely.
But at the same time, I don't think it was ever the perfect
no,
place
sure,
for it either.
No.
Yeah, of course. None of these platforms are going to be that.
It was just easier to use it for like as like this tool if you didn't allow yourself to get too sucked into it, I guess.
Yeah, because I guess I also remember like the times when it was like hip hop Twitter was like a thing that I not like valued, but I recognized as like a thing. Like all of the rappers who I would see, I would always see them on the timeline. I'd always be seeing like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of all of these guys now, but like I'd always be seeing like Unruly, Pay Honcho, like all of them guys, they'd all be talking and like I'd see them all the time, you know what I mean? And that was kind of, they were like, I would suppose at the time, they're like figureheads of the hip hop Twitter like rapper scene. And like just seeing that there was like, oh, okay, word, Twitter can be used for this. But but then again, if that's the case, we're gonna have to be victims to the algorithm. If the algorithm decides that that's not what hip hop Twitter is anymore, then it's not. And at the moment, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just interesting to watch that shit like move, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sure. It would be hella foolish to criticize and downplay the overwhelming positive impacts that social media technologies have played. I wouldn't come at this. That's not dialectical at all. It's played a lot of parts in, for businesses, but also for emerging democracies across the globe. One of the things is that over time, Twitter has changed with technology. Now these sites are using your own outputs against you with algorithms and anyone connected to their systems in order to subjugate you into seeing what they want you to see and buying what they want you to buy. And it's also that you are contributing to these social media areas. Like you think that you're passively just involved in a community of people, like Trey was saying earlier, there's like a certain level of alienation and just like I used forums to find, I was on MMA forums 25 years ago because MMA was tiny, but we knew about it and we would connect and there was real communities. But as technology changes, there is a very real sense of like alienation in the Marxist sense. People are detached from the labor element of this experience, so the interaction becomes like this relentless push for satisfaction, and that itself is like another mechanism for self-alienation, trying to reify the validation of your of attention, continuously succumbing to the cultural zeitgeist of popularity fucking indexes and cookie cutter politics. Those things we're constantly under surveillance on those things. We're constantly contributing to a malignant mutation of capitalism that is rife with hyper individualism and not community. And so it's to me like I have a hard time with going on Twitter or Instagram because what I see is this, I don't see communities emerging. I see kind of this propaganda brochure a lot of times. I see people trolling to be edgy, people having these opinions that aren't really trying to gain communities in a lot of ways. And on top of that, I'm getting my friend's post that I actually follow, a suggested post of what I might actually see, somebody I might know, a advertisement, a sponsored post, and all of these things that are like, even no matter how hard you try to curate those things, at the end of the day, it's free because you are the product. And because you are the product, you lack any type of autonomy and really figuring out what you're getting. They're feeding you back you type a keyword in and that's what you're getting. You're going to get that in. So if you type in, Marx, you're going to get that, but then it's also going to cross contaminate with some other shit and you're going to get a bunch of other things. And that's one of the differences for me why I can't be on those places, because I'm not there to just like shout into the abyss of my friends list and hope that somebody communicates back. Like I usually I'm on Discord because I talk to y'all. Like we have this immediacy of being like, nah, nigga, fuck you, Trey. I'm fucking sick tired of you. You said you was sitting out this week and now you trying to tell me that I'm telling you to sit out. No, this to me is where the friendship and communication comes. I doubt that I would be able to have a friendship or any closeness with Trey if I was only communicating with him on Twitter. And I just think that, again, I'm gonna turn everything into politics in one way or another. I'm gonna turn it into dialectical and historical materialism because I think that those he was spitting. He was spitting. Politics. Yeah, brother. But that's it. Trey is on a mission. He every day he wakes up in the morning and he visualizes a high quality goal orientated trolling, and he tries every day to get closer to that point of real praxis in hip hop culture.
Yeah, every day Trey wakes up and he looks at the sky and the perfect tweet forms in front of his eyes.
Nigga, your mind today.
Yeah. Listen, fuck y'all. Anyways, I think
he said this is a vital statement of facts. Let me try to express it counterproductely in the most dickish way possible.
Mega wants to subtweet his grievances.
Yeah, I do.
I think
hit the like hashtag.
Mega is insinuating, which I do not do, is how there's been a profit motive in social media in recent years added to having people interact with you. So it's just the act of having someone interact with you, no matter what way that is, you can make money off of that now. And I feel like that has added to the impersonal nature of interacting on these apps where, I don't even know if niggas' opinions are their opinions because they're getting undisclosed advertisements to push for niggas. And I got a question if you're saying this because you want to cater to the algorithm in this way. And that does breed the trolling nature that Mega was alluding to that I do not participate in.
I'm just fucking with you. I don't know what you do on Twitter and shit. I really don't. I know you're a smart dude and but actually smart beyond your years. But my issue is not so much the people on Twitter. It's the system itself and the systemic issues that come with that.
It encourages
it definitely encourages a certain attitude and adding the ability to profit from that. I feel like that's just inevitably gonna influence what you do, which is why on top of just not fucking wanting to give Elon money, I just feel like just going out of my way to buy Twitter Blue and get a verified check mark and make money from shit I'm saying, that is in my mind, that is just inevitably gonna inform how you operate in this medium. And I feel like that just that waters down any type of interaction with or just
possibility for community.
I think there's something that I think there's an interesting layer of that to the, obviously this is a little bit underrated, unrelated. I mean the D'Angelo conversation, the white man putting the D'Angelo things out.
Archives.
That guy is there was a white guy basically, he was just posting loads of archives of D'Angelo stuff, and that was very
that's why earlier I said, why is a white man sampling D'Angelo?
I think
and it's archive thing.
And it's that guy has Twitter Blue. You know what I mean? That guy is actively profiting off of D'Angelo's archive. So D'Angelo has passed, and now you got someone who's posting his stuff and who's making money from posting his stuff. I think that there's at least exactly. You know what I mean? He's benefiting from D'Angelo's death. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that I feel like that is a reasonable thing to at least have an issue with. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's I think it's definitely a good thing that the archive exists. If no one else is doing it, I'd rather someone do it than no one. but I also do think there's a worthwhile critique in there that's kind of wraps back around to the kind of ideas of like, if you're posting something to get attention, how much attention that's going to generate you like income, how much can we how can we like validate whether that is like a true opinion you hold, you know what I mean, or if that's a kind of facade you're putting on to gain that income, you know what I mean? And that's a reasonable, I think that's something we should ask every single tweet you see, is this person trying to make me interact with them, or
I mean that adds to the point that I was saying before, because like even when I saw that, I didn't think of it as like inherently malicious. This is a random person I don't know. I try to be like good faith towards people I don't know, so I'm like just a D'Angelo fan, and he like that still could just be the case, but just like the nature of how like these like social medias work now, you do have to consider that. You do have to like consider like profiting off of just the act of I don't know, like just back to the D'Angelo point, like that is functionally just like profiting from people mourning or just like sharing their stories or how D'Angelo impacted them. And that might not be that person's intention. They might just have Twitter blue because you know fucking, you know, they like the fucking benefits.
Again, just continuously succumbing to that popularity index and cookie cutter politics, belief in the ideological superstructure. That could very well be a labor of love, but once you put into it the elements of labor and how exploitative it could be, it's a very difficult line to navigate, and I don't want to be there for it in a lot of ways, you know, like it also has to do with like people creating, you know, topical like YouTube content, for example, about topical things. Like let me create something because this is what the people want to see. This is what everybody's talking about. This is how I can get money. Like this is how I make my living off of somebody else's labor by critiquing it as if though it was, you know, my own work or something. I mean, it is, but like it's a very difficult and strange line to walk. And you know, it's like it's just a weird battlefield that Twitter has become, and Instagram also. That like I forgot that Elon Musk owned Twitter again, because it's not on the forefront of my mind. But yeah, that makes it a little bit weird too. Like I don't know who owns Discord, but in my Discord, we don't have advertisements. We vet people for being there. Like if somebody came in there and started, you know, regurgitating information about how China's evil, I'm going to be like, I hate you. Get out of my Discord. You know, like that type of shit. Like you know, and there's like, it's just harder to cultivate and to trust the information and the things that you're getting and the interactions you're having when the entire world is, you know, has access to your information. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I think you gotta. I feel like you gotta be like mindful of like the things you like monopolize in a way, because like even outside of a digital sense, like even like people that know I do music, I'll be like, oh, you should do this, you make money off of it. Like shit, maybe I could, maybe like it wouldn't hurt to make money off of it, but I feel like some things, like to corrupt that by like adding like explicit like I want to make money from this,
by commodifying it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word. Good word.
That's that neoliberal subject. Turn all your hobbies into money. Turn all your time into money.
Then turn your interactions with people online into money. What if I got a blue check after I was like bigging up Gavin? And I was like, damn, bro, this Gavin guy is sick. What if I make money off of like bigging up his head and like making the biggest rapper in the world?
Yeah. What if we like, you know, like we had conversations with each other because we enjoyed it, and then we like made a Patreon or something that people could pay us money, so then we could
get more conversations. And then we changed the nature of our conversations for the Patreon to make more money.
I told you guys, your topics are. You gotta look at what the algorithm's telling you to talk about. Like you guys haven't even touched on the fact that Drake is getting sued.
I told you guys that was what we should have done this week. Trey said some shit like Drake or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, me personally, I heard about that and then went, yeah, I mean, happens. Moved on.
Well, I saw Open Mike Eagle and the Company Man did it already, so I thought we were too late to the party. So I thought instead of talking about Drake, we should talk about their videos. How about react to their videos?
Yeah,
and then
four of
react
us
to
in a
our
little
videos.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. All four of us
And
in
then
a
for
corner.
Patreon content, we react to our video reacting to their video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
good
called
Patreon content.
that's called upward spiral dynamics and cross synergy.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the super unprofessional thing and go pee quickly.
How dare you?
Oh
How
my God.
dare you?
So
I'm an
disrespectful.
alcoholic and I've managed to hold in a full tall can and a half, sir.
This guy thinks that he can just have bodily functions on our podcast, bro. It's fucked up out here, man. These South Africans, bro.
Inhumane, bro. I told y'all about getting him. I told you, invite him in. He could be in for a week, then kick his ass out immediately.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta take Gavin. We're taking Gavin out back after this recording. Yeah, I like the guy too, but it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I did like the guy.
Yeah, he was cool, but like it's a shame they got him.
Yeah. Actually, I think I could pause. Hold on.
What part? Don't
Okay,
this guy
we're back.
Mega just paused the recording as if we're not trying to get free content out of this guy being gone. The fuck, man.
All right, top 10 wackest rap man Gavin tracks. Go. I know y'all remembered yours. I got mine right here. Hold on.
Yeah. Wait, let me get it up.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah. The closer on Doom scrolling. Now is Forever. As much as that song is like amazing, and there's that one line on it, what is it? Thank God I stopped trying to be a lawyer. As much as that's a great line, I think that guy should die. I think the person who wrote that line, I think he should die. I think
It's been going on the entire time.
Oh, we were just listing our like top 10 like least favorite Gavin
songs from South African rapper Rapman Gavin.
All promo is good promo.
Exactly, and living in South Africa, it's only natural you run into other South African artists. And Gavin wanted to introduce us to another South African. We only thought two existed. We only thought it was him and Mandisi. But there's a third South African.
Elon Musk?
Hey, that guy's American.
That's fucked up. But there's a third South African Gavin wanted to introduce us to. So why won't he take it away?
Yeah, sure. So my initial thought was maybe like I should bring like kind of a big South African artist that is kind of more famous and shit, just to give you guys a sense of like what's popping here. But then I figured
like
it just makes way more sense. Yeah, sure. One of our best. So my homie Master Kai is just he's a special rapper, and like I met him because back when I was kind of throwing some rap shows and shit, I actually think one of the people on the lineup dropped out and I needed another rapper, so I booked him off the recommendation of another friend. And then just like watching him live, it's like one of those moments where you're like, oh shit, like this is like different. Like this is like everybody here is dope, but this is different. It's like making me feel a certain type of way. And like a lot of like his earlier raps and shit, it's very like straight up like boom bap, like I want to say rapidy rap because it kind of sounds like it's an insult, but it's just like a really good like
He's just
pouring out. And it's and that's kind of what got me into him like heavily. But like I sent the Dusty Demos EP, and like the reason I chose that EP initially, because like that moment in time, it was like it just felt like very notable because he kind of goes into the step and he kind of switches up his style in a big way. He gets like very raw. He keeps it super like, for lack of a better term, like lo-fi, kind of low, like this. It's not like he's paying like some super expert to mix the shit. It's like recognizable samples. He's just been very raw. And I remember like him like going into this project and very intentionally being like, okay, like he wants to like give people like the first like actual like glimpse into like who he is as a person beyond just this guy who's this like super dope rapper and shit. And I remember like when that shit dropped and he made like this little short form for it, and like it's kind of like going through the most at the time and shit, you could just really feel like the in the air, like, okay, like this guy's like kind of like embarking on like this journey as like an artist, and this feels like another, even though you already had quite like a few EPs out at that point, and you already had like he was already doing shows and shit, people already fucked with him. Like when this dropped, it was like, it felt like another starting point in a way. Like he's kind of embarking on this kind of like I remember, I think what is that Navy Blue album, Ada Erin or something like that,
the one with Car on it?
Ada Erin.
Yeah.
I don't know
like,
what that album's called. I'll just go the one with Car. That's the one with Car.
Yeah. I remember,
you
like,
see how I said it fast because I don't want to get caught out with the pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like,
not what I mean. Not what I mean.
I remember that being kind of like a big inspiration for him at the time, and just because, like, you know, Navy Blue is kind of like bare your soul type of rapper and shit. So like me, like, kind of witnessing this transition from like this guy bars out like this, and then he makes this like super emotional shit. And I mean, there's still bars throughout the album and shit. It was just like I could really feel that this is like a special artist, and I guess my intention here is just I want more people to like kind of go on that journey with me and like listen to Dusty Demos, and then go listen to the latest project, Anna Moya, I can't pronounce it, but like when you're it's easier to like really like explain how special he is when you see him live, but there's a lot to love in the music, and I just want people to kind of dive in as well.
I mean, from your recommendation, I did I'm not even a little dive. I listened to quite a bit of his music. Checked out a few performances and that, because I'd seen videos of you guys performing before, because you guys have that song together, the Raw Joint.
Yeah.
So, and I'd seen you guys perform that a few times, like not obviously in person because I'm in a whole other fucking country, but I've seen videos of it, and that always looks like, that's always one of those moments, and I'm like, man, I wish why do these niggas not fly me out to their shows? Like, this shit looks so fire. Like, this shit looks too live. The way you guys are kind of going back and forth, and the chorus kind of like the raw, that shit's crazy. That shit's insane.
All their money goes to the economic freedom fighters. You know, get that Julius Malema party. Yeah,
no, that's why it's not going to me flying out to South Africa. Oh, okay, no, fair enough.
Except for Gav. Gav's down with the Democratic Alliance, you know. You fuck with the John Steven Hussein.
Put that evil on me. Don't you put that evil on me.
You don't want to put me on to all these South African news channels to be watching, like, I'm learning something, but I still don't know. What the fuck is this? I just got names. Zuma? Oh, yeah, I know Zuma. Yeah, Jacob Zuma. That's my dog. I think he's black. I don't know.
Zuma, they told him, yeah, you gotta go to jail, and he said no.
That's hard. I heard that's what Puff Daddy did and shit too, right? I don't know.
Hey, close to it.
Jail. Yeah. No, but you know, Gav, I remember you mentioned Master Kai to me when we had our discussion several months back, and I tapped in a little bit, but I really sat with this album and gave it a couple listens, and by track 6 I was like, yo, I'm all the way in. This cat is really dope.
Which one are you talking about?
Dusty Demos. Dusty Demos.
Gotcha.
So, you know, the intro comes in, it's lovely, and like you said, there's a few recognizable loops in there, like easy to recognize. There, even on Demon Wind, there's that lovely media sample of Yasin Bey, formerly back when he was MF Doom, talking about. I mean, back when he was MF Doom. Yasin Bey, back when he was Most Def, talking about MF Doom. Buddy. And yeah, I don't really know hip hop. I just pretend like, oh yeah, you know, Egyptian jazz. I love it. You know, like that's
what we call a coolback, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I lost my virginity to an Akhenaten quartet. but anyways, no, but it was good, and there were also, you know, I was picking up on a lot of the very interpersonal, personal bars on there. He talked about his dad being an alcoholic more than once, and that resonates deeply with me for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, you know, like I saw that, and you know, him representing, you know, Black Power politics, and I really, you know, I was listening to his stuff, and like you said, it's not extremely complex, it's not extremely left field in a lot of ways. It's also, for me, there is this kind of like otherness to it, this exoticness to it because of his accent.
Racist.
Well, I'm just acknowledging the ethnographic approach that I'm taking to this wildly different culture of savages in whatever part of Africa they come from. I don't know. I just read the drums and tell me what the drums say.
Thank God
and,
the white man found us and showed us the way to go.
He put them on Spotify for us to really come out of this barbarism. But on the strength, like I really was fucking with it. By the time that I got to Demon Wind, man, that beat is so ill to me. It's something strange, and I fuck around with it, man. Like I appreciate you putting me onto this one. He's got a cool flow. He like very much enunciates a lot of the syllable sounds in all of his sentences, and it's a little bit of a slow flow, but I'm with it. Definitely.
Did you check out the Anamoya joint?
No, I saw y'all talking about that just a couple hours before we hit the record on this shit, and I was like, I wish I wish I would have done the work on that.
I like kind of maybe should have recommended that because it is like the better like kind of representation of where he is now as an artist, and it's like if we're talking about like album quality, the beats are so fucking dope.
Dude,
that's
Andre Lute. Is Andre Lute?
I think he's Norwegian.
Yeah,
I think he's Norwegian.
So good.
Yeah.
Does he have any other stuff out? Because those beats are outrageous.
I think he has a beat tape. I know him and Kiii have dropped before, but I can't remember if those tracks were actually just ended up on this album or not. I gotta check again. But he's fucking he's fucking dope. And I think Kiii really like showcases his like full range on that album. But for me, like I said, like the reason I chose Dusty, it's like, especially because like going from Dusty to that album, I think it's a really like nice experience just to like see how far like this guy has come in a lot of ways, and just like it's like a mastery of styles for me. Like he's someone that when I watch him rap, it's always like, yo, this guy is like styling in a lot of ways and shit. And while Dusty like kind of pulled that back in a very like raw emotional way, and then on this album he kind of like on the latest one with Andre Lute, he kind of like combines like everything that was good about Dusty with everything that people loved about him before in a lot of ways. And so I definitely recommend listening to that one as well. And again, like the reason like I'm really like putting everybody on now is because I really do feel like with all my heart that like the next few years, like this guy's really gonna get a lot more traction. People are really gonna start to see why he's special, and like why, like I think like when you look back at this in a few years, you will be like, oh shit, he was 100% right. This guy is
on early endorsers.
Something I was wondering is like, how does this kind of like, because I remember you were saying more, you used to have like kind of a label. What was it called again? I forget the name.
What was it? I wouldn't really call it a label. It was kind of just like a group of like, kind of like a collective, like, dog, shut up. Sorry.
Cool.
Kind of like a collective of friends and shit where like I had some homies who were like doing visual arts and shit, and some were like into poem and shit, and others who were making beats and shit. And we kind of, I was just like, yo, like we all do this shit. Why don't we just kind of make it a thing?
Yo, it was called the ANC. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
I heard of Nelson Mandela before.
It's MK. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. But what was the name of it? I know. I'll be fucking up, y'all. I know I'll be fucking up.
Then
Bottom Rock, right?
Bottom
Rock.
And then I kind of started throwing shows. We were releasing shit under Bottom Rock, but it wasn't exactly a label. And then it kind of died out in the pandemic, but it's never really died in my head. It's kind of been like just one of those things that kind of exist as like this overarching idea of something that I'd like to bring to life eventually. And at the time, Bottom Rock was what we were throwing shows under. And then I booked him through Bottom Rock.
Then, that's kind of why I asked, because I remember you saying that you kind of wanted to get back into doing shows.
So hopefully I can do that next year. So like I actually met in the Secret House Discord lounge singer who's actually heading to Japan. this month. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have interacted with him in the Secret House Discord before, but anyways, I met him most like through Kai, and
he hit me up. I'm pretty sure he hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be in town." So I was like, "Yeah." I think he's staying a couple, a train line a couple stations away. So we're gonna link, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, super dope guy. And he's kind of been throwing shows recently and shit, and I've been kind of like trying to get like back outside, going to more shows and shit like that, and just kind of being around those guys again and seeing like how sick these shows are that they are throwing. It's kind of really like reinvigorated me and like re-inspired me to get back into it and shit, because it's just like it's easy to miss out on a lot of the local talent and shit when you're not actually outside and doing and like going from place to place and checking shit. So I kind of just I really like my goal now is to just be putting more effort into kind of showcasing people and finding people myself that I love and shit, because it's like just like off a couple of shows, like it's like immediately I'm into like 4 or 5 more artists, you know what I mean? It's like as simple as that.
And it's also the thing, like, oh no, you can go, Mega, my bad.
I mean, that's why the posse's so thick on Broadway out here in Tokyo, because we just stay hitting the shows and we just keep growing. I know dozens of amazing artists out here, and it all comes from being on the ground, hitting up the places where the art is, the art is happening, where it's immediate. It ain't about, if a big artist is going to be there or not. Sometimes it's $10 at the venue and, 7 artists, and, out of those 7, you connect with a few of them, and then things grow and get dope. So you just got to be outside sometimes, man. It's like,
I just got to get this thing for my dog.
I hear your dog in the background whiling.
So the reason I bring up Animoy is because that's the one that unlocked them for me fully. And I was curious about like where that word came from, because I didn't recognize it, but apparently
Gavin don't know how to pronounce it either.
The feeling of nostalgia for a time you've never known.
That's like, a hard ass word, dude.
I know, right? And like the music, like
it's got to be like Greek or some shit.
He just said it's Greek, man. You ain't listening, man.
Right, bro,
I don't listen to what Trey got to say.
Anywho, it's like he's like very minimal almost, but like it's very cerebral and pointed. Similar to how I feel about Gavin's music, but like the songwriting on like Animoya just feels like a whole other level for him. Like songs like The Witch Doctor's Grandson.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite of the album.
Amazing track. I love the refrain.
And that shit live is like
it definitely has to go off live. The refrain of like free my imagination, this kid used to dream, like that shit just hit so hard. And just on a straight rapping perspective, the Talk Yoshi track, just listen to that, I'm like, this nigga is like I feel like he's styling more so on that joint. He's just like rapping crazy.
For sure.
He definitely like it is lo-fi in a way. It kind of feels like he reminds me of Mavi. Like when on Left Us Talk when I first heard Mavi, it feels like very salient, but from like a younger perspective, which I appreciate, because I feel like at a certain level, like some levels of writing are like kind of gatekept by age and experience in a way, but he feels very wise for. I assume he's a younger guy. He looks younger.
Yeah, he's younger. He's like how old am I? I'm old as fuck. I'm 31. And I know he's like
really young.
He's like 3 or 4 years younger than me, I think.
Okay, gotcha. But he's just mad dope to me. I really like Animoya. I'm gonna check out the project for this too. But dope rapper. I fuck with him. I appreciate you putting that on.
I'm glad you guys fuck with him. I really am. Yeah.
Something I was kind of gonna say before you had to deal with your dog is like just the kind of idea of the meeting people in person thing. Like I've been really enjoying this kind of online culture thing. To mention the previous topic, I've been really enjoying that. But then I started going outside again. Yeah, I started going outside again, and I started rapping next to people again. That is, I'm telling you, it's different, man. It's different. That you can do as many verses in your room as you want, but the second you hit a stage with your homies, like
it's like different. A very quick reminder, like, yo, this is what it's about. Like, this is like for real what it's about.
Yeah, because the videos I was mentioning before of you guys performing raw together, like the energy in those rooms is crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's not like you need like you don't even need like 50 people there. Like like you'll have like a crowd of like 20, and everybody's engaged enough for that to just seem like a like like as he's performing that shit, everybody's so tapped in and like they know the lyrics and shit. Everybody's like watching intensely and shit. And like it just always hits, like whether the crowd's 20 or 50.
Yeah.
And I live for a 4-person cipher, bro. Like 4 people together. That's like, you know me. I'll be outside. I'm about to go outside after this shit tonight, and it's like, yeah, it's just so dope and important, man. Like we oftentimes get it twisted when we think about fan bases and we look at subscriber numbers or whatever, but if you got 50 people rocking with you, man, imagine 50 people. Imagine if people following you, people fucking with you, they buying your music. Imagine 50 people in a room. That's a lot of people in terms of that is with that same intention of bringing the positive energy and adoration and appreciation to something. I look at Secret House and it's like, yo, we've been doing this shit for like 4 years. We don't have 3,000 followers on Secret House, but out of those. Out of not even 4 yet, but out of the 2,000, we probably got 100 folks who really fucking with Secret House. And when I start to think about like, damn, these other cats got 1 million followers, I forget the fact that 100 people fucking with me is like in high school wasn't like that. Elementary school wasn't like, I have 30 people in my classroom fucking with me like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's important, it's dope, and man, like, that's why I love the underground. Nobody's gonna tell me that quality, like size of fan base means quality, bro. Like, I'll be championing like, yo, Tetsuo is one of my favorite MCs. Gav, Trey, and Cozy. If y'all rap more, maybe y'all get on the list and shit. Y'all got enough work. But what I'm saying is just like the people that I love and appreciate, man. It comes from. It comes from that community forming. It comes from noticing who they are as people and what they're trying to do with the art, and not how big the numbers is and shit, man. It's like it's really crazy, y'all. Like Master Key, I don't know what it said on Twitter for his followers. Maybe it said Master Kai. I'm sorry, Master Kai. Trey, stay correcting me when I be
get it right.
Master Kai got 52 monthly followers on the Spotify shit. Who gives a fuck, bro? I'm there. Yeah. I'm 53 then. I'm 51. I don't know. Yeah. I'm right there. I'm gonna tune it up. I'm gonna play it down. So yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Gav, you always hipping me to shit, and you've actually you and Mandisi have brought so many South African people towards Secret House and towards the Secret House Discord and shit. I didn't know that I was gonna be fucking with South Africans like that. I ain't know a single goddamn South African for most of my life and shit. And now like this is what it's
about. You can't get rid of him.
Yeah. No, I remember there was like 5 South Africans in the Discord. And we was like, yo, we might have to start asking them to produce passports.
And firstly, let me just put it out there. I don't talk shit about nobody, but Mlunga doesn't count as South African because he fucked off and he doesn't know shit about South Africa. So
he from Mozambique though.
Stick to Mozambique, yeah. But he tried to claim South Africa after we said we South African.
Well, people, white people love music from the South. That's why they like all that trap music and shit like that. So South,
Why do you say it like that, bro? That's not a racist.
Yeah,
You're listening to that trap music again.
Yeah, I hope you didn't forget the whole point of this podcast is for us to review Playboi Carti's next album.
It's happening. I'm telling you. You got when I Music 2 drops.
Oh, see, I don't even know. I thought Playboi Carti was one of the folks that died. I must be thinking about a Juice WRLD or somebody. I really have never really tapped into Playboi Carti. It's not I just have never heard his music, their music. Oh yeah.
I don't think you'd enjoy it that much. I'll be real, but yeah, dude, thank you for the recommendation, Gavin. That was awesome and great. I'm gonna check out that guy more. Do you have any actually of his other stuff that you would recommend other than the 2 ones that we've peeped?
Yeah, I'll send more shit for sure. I just didn't want to fucking overload you guys.
Fair. I meant the people
at home. Most important is just pay attention going forward.
For sure.
See what comes out.
Yeah,
check out Master Kai, Masterk. How many eyes? The 3 eyes.
3
eyes. Yeah. Tap in.
All right. Should we go to our classic segment? Recommendation corner. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys go first because I've decided that Dragon Ball has become such a huge part of my media consumption diet that I have to talk about it every single time we do a podcast now. So I'm gonna let you guys go first, and then I'm gonna talk about Dragon Ball.
You've seen Z though, right?
No, nigga.
No.
Okay.
When
you get on Z, I'll do a rewatch with you. Yeah.
I'm nearly at Z. I'm at okay. I'll just go now then. I've just got to the point in original Dragon Ball where Goku meets Mr. Popo for the first time. So I've just gotten there. So Mr. Popo's character design is even more outrageous than I thought it was, bro. Like it's
not racist. It's based on some Hindu shit. So
no, bro. I don't.
You right though, Trey. You right though.
Boy voice. They even gave him a country boy voice in the Japanese with the subtitles. He's all speaking like he's stupid, bro. Nah, man. They made him black, bro. That's a Negro. That is a Negro, bro. That's
problematic.
Now he's actually black, and someone was like, that's not black enough.
Now Yo, there's nobody that dark. That is a white man in blackface, disparaging the black community. We know what that tar color. You know, he got some real. Yeah, that's ain't black. Nobody that.
Yeah, you're right, Gavin.
There's only a few black characters in Z, and they appear green because there was confusion in the animation process. And they even. Krillin black?
Don't tweet.
Krillin is black.
Krillin is light skinned, bro.
Krillin's light skinned. What?
Yeah.
Yamcha's light skinned. Krillin ain't light skinned.
No.
Yamcha's just white, bro. He's just a dude, bro.
Vegeta's a white supremacist.
Oh yeah, I mean you know all the entire Saiyan race. How they gonna power up and get blonde hair and blue eyes, bro? I mean that's just crazy.
No. While we're talking about this, I've always thought about while we're talking about Dragon Ball races, I thought about how like there's only Goku, Broly, Vegeta. Those are the only pure-blooded Saiyans. There's no more pure-blooded women. So like eventually the Saiyan bloodline is gonna get diluted. So like once the niggas die, the bloodline.
We're upset about this.
Like,
he giving us the reason for the reason for the eugenics program.
I would feel some type of way about that if I was a Saiyan. Like, after I die,
crazy, bro.
Like my bloodline is over with. That's crazy.
You would think that Vegeta would be slinging some more dick, but he too horny for Goku to fucking get him out of his mind. And shit.
There's no women.
Paul was like waiting for Vegeta at home, and he's like,
that's why they got Dragon Balls. They got Dragon Balls. Wish him back, wish him back and shit.
Yeah, like, bring back. That's actually crazy. I hadn't even thought about that. Vegeta knows that his entire race of people are gone, and he's done nothing about it.
His wife is the one that created the devices that can find him shit 24/7.
Y'all are fake fans. The body has to be preserved for them to be brought back.
Y'all are fake fans.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I mean, I've only just
Hey, say that again, Gav. Because I was feeling away until you said it. I forgot I ain't a nerd, nigga. Come on. Fuck that shit. Sit your ass.
Come on, my podcast. Oh shit, that's crazy.
Hey, Mind Detect Mind though.
I recently, well, not recently, but like a few months ago, I rewatched that like old Broly movie. And Vegeta's such a bitch in that movie.
Yo,
you're talking about the first one.
You're talking about the first one. Are you guys? You're talking about the one where he literally grabs him like this and he does he knee him in the back?
Yeah. And like the whole movie, he's just kind of like.
No, every time he's like, he's a real Super Saiyan. He be breaking his knees, get all weak and shit. He don't want to fight. Like, bro, what y'all doing to my dog?
Help me! And Vegeta's like.
It's like the first time he saw a Sigma male and shit. He was like, this nigga's jaw is just Adonis-like. Yeah, he's really bugging out, bro. Vegeta probably my third favorite character. Oh, go ahead, Trey. We get off the Dragon Ball.
Y'all are the nerds. Anyway,
okay, yeah. If you want to talk about
Valentine, I am the female Weezy.
Oh shit! Shout out to Hester.
Banger Project dropped. Hester did the bait and switch, made niggas think the album was canceled. That shit came out. That shit's fire. Need y'all check it out. What's my favorite track? Stonewall, Crazy Writing, beautiful track. What else? Could Never Take Over. This nigga's doing like a mismatch, mismatch, a bunch of styles and shit. Almost on some RSK nephew shit. Crazy. Hester's crazy good. I only played this once, but just dropped Umi Bozu by Black Chai. That shit's tough. It's an EP. It was hard. What else dropped that I was listening to? That might be it. That might be it for me.
You ain't peeped up Mutant Academy shit? You not with them?
They dropped.
I'm not a Mutant Academy guy.
Wait a second. Let me in the Academy.
That's not my bag, but I might check it out.
I didn't even know they
Academy, like Fly Anakin in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big
Baby
Kahuna.
Mother, Big Kahuna.
Oh shit. I'm checking that out for sure, dude.
I might
Hell
check it
yeah.
out.
Okay. That's exciting. That's exciting. She know you lame by Mutant Academy, Big Kahuna, OG, and Foisey. How do you pronounce Foisey? Is that how you say it?
Foisey.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's nearly my name, bro. They're trying to steal my shit.
Yeah, Foisey hard though. Foisey hard. He's so dope at producing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Teller Banks and Egg Glorious got a new joint out. Egg Glorious emailed me that shit, but I ain't keep it yet. But yeah.
Did it drop again?
Yeah, it got a new shit.
Is that the Wolf and the Wall? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it dropped.
Yeah,
That drops to the public on the 11th.
Okay,
that's the
my
one
bad.
that,
I got it.
Yeah,
I got
it.
I got it.
Got mad at Trey for. That's the one that Ro was like, bro, Trey, how fucking dare you stay at that?
No, y'all niggas were trying me that day.
There was once like talking on Twitter about this album that he has that he's not sure will ever come out, and I don't know what I replied to, but then he just like DM'd me the private link to the album.
Who?
And I listened to that shit. Taylor Banks.
What?
And that's like it's like every time I listen to Taylor Banks rap, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this guy's like on a really like supreme level.
I feel like he has like breakout appeal. Like he could really be like a bigger like national artist.
He's like rolling with like McKinley Dixon and like guys. Is that how you say his name? Guys.
Yeah, but I think that he got a little bit more spice on it. Like McKinley is dope, and McKinley is like extremely black, but like Teller Banks real niggerish with it, and I like that shit. Like I think he could really impress the white audiences across the world and blow up. I really do.
McKinley is because it feels like he's gotten like a lot more in the public eye over the last couple of years. Like you saw him on like these big like publication lists. He was on Fantano. He's been like on Fantano's channel with like these art scores and shit, and like Taylor Banks just being close to him, and like people kind of, I think people are finding Taylor Banks through him. It's basically I'm hoping that kind of like gets even more eyes on him, because I agree with you, like he really could be like big.
Speaking of Teller, he also sent me some unreleased shit, and I just got to read this bar out because this shit was crazy to me. This nigga said Spotify trying to figure out how to monetize a car crash. That's a lot of views going past. Could have at least read like one ad. That's the future. I'm like, nigga, who thinks of that shit? Who thinks of that shit?
He's hard, bro, and on top of that, he just real with it. Like when you listen to his albums, there's an authenticity that is just leaking out of every pore that makes it just feel deserved for him to get a little bit more of that attention, because we got so much bozos and so much bullshit in the mainstream space. Like to have an artist at his level it'd be good. It'd be like having another like a Kendrick type, that type. That's a thing. So
Nakma need to be the biggest rappers in the world tomorrow.
Real.
Interesting that he said like he said like he always kind of like approaches his albums as if it's like kind of a movie, and he has this like kind of main protagonist kind of as like the viewpoint of that's like kind of the viewpoint he's rapping from and shit. I thought it was really interesting.
I think
interview on the like 3-man interview they did on the Orcs. It's definitely worth checking out. So
I think with Teller Banks is like he definitely is like a character writer. I think when it comes to his raps, because like McKinley Dixon, I think uses his like him is a place like where he places him in his albums is always very much like a playing a kind of, not like devil on your shoulder situation, but I think it's always like kind of trying to contrast against what McKinley's doing in an interesting way. I think their voices collide in a really cool way, and the kind of characters they portray when they're kind of next to each other is also really interesting. Yeah, that good shit. Teller Banks is a good rapper, guys. You heard it here first.
He's a great artist. He's a phenomenal artist, and
just brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, Mega, what you been on? Or Gavin, who wants to go next? Gavin, you go next. Mega don't seem too infused.
No, I mean, go next, Gavin.
No,
See,
Mega, you go next. It's your podcast, and I would never dare to disrespect you.
this is actually Cozy's podcast. I'm just a guest.
Actually, it's my podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Trey posted it on Twitter, so it's his.
I mean, I started reading a new book, but nobody give a fuck about that type of shit.
Oh, brother.
The only
again.
Yeah, right. This guy stinks. Yeah, like no, I'm reading. I've been reading comic books and shit, and I'm having a good time with that. But the only new shit is that y'all know I just put out that that Rap Ferreira interview, and
I just finished that today actually.
I was thinking it was going to get a lot more flack than it did, but actually it's kind of performed the best on my channel ever, like in terms of likes and just, a lot of people tapping into it. And I felt really fortunate to do that. Y'all know I've been online barking and discussing and arguing about parasocial relationships and, everything that comes with that situation. And I was real glad to sit down with Rory and ask him the type of questions that I think that a lot of people wanted to hear him respond to. And I've got a few people that, hit me up and was like, how I felt about Rory. I watched this and it kind of shined a new light. And, I'm thinking a little bit different about the way that I approach receiving information and responding to it when I'm outside of it. And to me, that was like enough. Like, I'm not, I told you, like, Rory is a homie. Like, I've been, like, that's, yeah. And the way I've always been with my homies, I don't care if my homie shot somebody, I'm gonna lie on them. I'm gonna try to protect them. And I didn't have to do that shit with, Rory because I was just looking at it like, I don't know. I don't think so. And, yeah, the interview went through a lot of shit, and I was expecting people to show up and be like, this nigga Mega, like, he a real tanky, he a real, he's not an advocate, he's not an ally to women, he's not an ally to people, you know what I mean? And he doing this, and nobody's done that so far, so I felt a little fortunate about that.
It's because youngins ain't tapped in.
I mean,
we're gonna get the young crowd on this.
That's a point. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the people who I think would have an issue with it wouldn't sit through enough of it to find out the things they have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily a situation that I think could get out of hand in that way. And people know where you stand, man. What the fuck was that?
I felt the way, like, quite a few people that I rock with and I fuck with have an opposite opinion about him than me, and I know I push buttons on pushing that conversation a lot of times, and like,
Mega I don't want that to be the case, but over it. He almost ended our friendship over Rory's crazy.
Oh. No, I almost ended our friendship over like it must have been like 9 months ago. Yeah, and you just coasting on vapors right now, bro. The tank almost empty. Especially he said I'm gonna sit this one out, and I said, yeah, sit down, nigga. And he was like, why are you gonna try to take me off my own podcast? I said, nigga, calm down. I thought you said the shit. Nah, I could. Trey is way too nigger. You can't be called "I will kill you" nigga on Twitter, and yeah, I'm the one. I'm supposed to have the light skin problems and shit. I'm supposed to be the soft one. I'm emotional. No, I'm supposed to be the emotional one. And Trey, like, I know he ain't. I shit on Trey all day, and he just be like, man, fuck Mega, I don't care. And then the next day is Daps. But me, I'm I'm gonna be up late at night, like, I hate Trey. I hate Trey. This nigga's. I hate him. No, but like, it's been a good reception, so I'm happy with that. I'm always trying to approach things in good faith, and I'm always trying to maintain, my ideological foundation as a Marxist, as a materialist, as a dialectical and historical materialist. And so yeah, like, I felt like I did that, and I felt like I was in the space to do that. And while thanks to the OG, to the homie Rory, for giving me that grace. Like, he ain't have to answer none of that shit. And if y'all listen to it, like, I really am asking him, like, hold on, you saying that, but what happened to those other two girls who was saying that you was a nasty nigga? Like, what happened to the Reagan shit? What happened, like, are you still in these poly, I was asking him the questions.
That question was funny.
Never mind. I haven't checked it out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm sure it's dope. Despite our disagreements, I have faith. Mega operates as a good faith individual, and I do respect his opinions. So I'm sure it's dope. I'm gonna check it out after this.
He say that now, but let me go ahead and produce the group chat. Let me go ahead and get the receipts for the group chat. he goes, you know, I lied on the pod this week. I hate you, nigga.
Niggas gonna open
This is slanderous.
the Discord in like 3 hours and be like, you know what? Fuck y'all.
This is slanderous. I'm gonna send that right now.
Yeah. You know, like a lot of times me and Trey, when we get into discussions on the rap music plug shit, it really should be in the group chat, because I think a lot of people don't know how me and Trey fuck with each other. Like, I think a lot of people are like, oh my God, are they really angry? It's like, no, I ain't never been angry with Trey. I've been irritated with Trey. I'll be irritated with Trey. I'll be irritated with I'll be irritated with
on record.
Yeah.
I have been angry. But
we know you angry.
I get mad easily. I get mad easily on the internet, so I gotta detox and shit. Gavin, what you got? What's your
recommendation?
I'll give a couple of other South African artist tracks.
Oh yeah,
the Homie Lounge singer just dropped like a little Halloween beat tape called Cartwheels 4. Ayo, run that back. And then another artist. This dude actually is one of the artists that just like going out to watch a show recently. This dude, Jerry Pitboy, and producer Akchtually, they dropped an album called Amongst the Pigeons. Super dope. I'm reading Mega likes books. I'm reading No Country for Old. I'm reading No Country for Old Men right now.
Cormac McCarthy.
Old book liking ass nigga.
I just started that. What else? I'm on season 3 of The Sopranos, and it's
you.
I like it a lot.
Aren't they racist?
Mad racist. Tony's daughter just brought home a black guy, and Tony was not having it.
He's black and Jewish. What is he called? Jamal Ginsburg.
Like
Jamal Ginsburg.
He's like, but on the form, what did you fill out? He's like African American. He's like, so you see what I'm saying?
Nah, The Sopranos is fucking amazing. It's good old fashioned Italian racism, and I fucking love it. Tony Soprano is a character that you should not like. Like, people love and into here, but to me, I'm watching him. I'm just like, I hate you, nigga.
Horrible,
like
horrible,
by the end of the show, I'm like, I hate you. You are just bad, and it's a good show.
Wait, Gavin.
Speaking of books,
no. Wait, before you transition, Gavin, with Sopranos, I've heard from people who've watched it that like, because of the way it came out with its like weekly format, it kind of like, now watching it in a streaming context doesn't really like have the same bite, I guess. I'm wondering, like, are you feeling that at all, or is it like you're watching it at like a slower pace?
There's probably like a couple of episodes a season where it kind of feels like, okay, I didn't necessarily need this episode, but for the most part, I'm still pretty engaged, because I mean, it's not like we're not dealing with like 25 episode seasons. It's like 13 episodes a season.
Okay,
so
word.
They're not trying to like stretch shit out for the most. There are maybe 1 or 2 episodes where you're kind of like, okay, we didn't necessarily need that. But even in those episodes, and it's like the show itself is pretty funny. So even when shit isn't necessarily moving the story forward in like the most significant way, there's like enough going on to still be like, yo, this is like either dumb or funny or just like stupidly entertaining.
Okay, well,
bro, they're fucking big ass like Italian fucking. They're old Italian men who are stupid and racist and fucking hilarious. It's like, it really is a dark comedy in a lot of ways. It's a really deep personal look, but it's a dark comedy, and they hadn't mastered the never-ending cliffhanger approach of like Breaking Bad, but they also advanced like the premium television version of like Oz. So like Sopranos is kind of like the first really good premium television show that made sense, unlike Twin Peaks. But it's good to watch. It took me like, I watched the first time I got to like season 3 and just kind of forgot about it. Then years later I came back and I watched the whole thing, and I was like, I get it now. I get it. It's like really good. It's not The Wire, it's not Breaking Bad, it's not a lot of things, but man, like Gandolfini's like, everybody in that show is pretty good, and it's fucking funny, especially if you like me and you think racism get funny a lot. I'm like, bro, that's just fucking amazing.
Guilty.
Yeah. Racism is fucking hilarious.
I do not condone this Caucasian problematic media.
No, but the thing is,
it.
I be laughing at my racism for what Italian Americans are supposedly like through the show. I'd find myself talking Italian and shit, and I'm just like, yo, that's the most idiot, stupid shit that I've ever said in my life, and I'm just imitating authentic Italian culture as presented through television. It's stupid. It's terrible. It's all caricatures. It's all caricatures.
Yeah, for sure. When I was watching Penguin, I was like walking the Penguin, that Batman series.
Yeah.
I was like walking around going, forget about it. I don't even think they say that once in the show. But I was like, classic Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of books, Trey. Sorry.
Oh, next show I will have books to talk about because I copped Wretched of the Earth and Stain Revolution by Lennon. So we're gonna be reading. We're gonna be reading. Yeah.
Have you started Wretched
shout
of the
out
Earth?
reading. I'm still in the foreword. I done barely made it in. I brought it to work.
I got it too. So
We
maybe
got
I'll
3
read it.
pages in.
What book?
No, I'm not trying to discourage you, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Wretched of the Earth.
No, that's a
I got
wonderful
it too, and
read.
I haven't read it. I haven't read it yet, so maybe I'll read it at the same time as you.
Yeah.
We
That'd be cute, that'd be
we
cute.
have our own book club.
Little book club outside of the book
Megan's
club.
whack ass book club.
Okay. Wait, no, let's not.
Anyways, wait. Before we get sidetracked, Gavin, you are a guest of honor. It's only right we let you promote yourself. Do you got anything you want to promote, music wise?
Yeah, sure. Go listen to Scrolling Through the Doom by Rapman Gavin and Lou. That's out now. Go follow me on social media at GAAVIE. That's, you can pronounce that Gavi or you can pronounce it Gavi. I've heard both. It's initially actually Gavi because it's like a
I was saying
Afrikaans tree.
I've always said
I've been saying Gavy.
Gavi's like the nickname I kind of grew up with my whole life. That's what my family has called me.
Yeah, because
Always. And then just follow me on socials. Hopefully I'll drop some new music before the year ends, even if it's just a single. But just pay attention, man.
yeah, Gavin's about to do some shit. Rapman Gavin's gonna rap for you, nigga. Pay attention.
Yeah, Rapman Gav man. And I'm also plugging it again. Go join the Patreon. We about to talk about August Fanon Woods remix. Gawilog.
It's been
true.
It's been real life.
I'm scrolling through the Doom right now. That's what I'm doing with this. Y'all don't. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
We're picking up.
We didn't know that was a tacit endorsement.
I don't know, man. We were talking about Twitter earlier on, so that we could then lead that into a plug on Gavin's brilliant album. Yeah. I see you. All right. Anyways, we've been What's Up with the Minutes.
Yeah.
Peace and love. Toodles.
Peace.
So true.
Where ejected matter falling through bigger hollow spheres coming into Sting Wednesday morning podcast space abyss.
Man does wonder about Ferrari interview.
Okay, well, no, that's Gavin, bro. All right, Patreon space. We got stuff to talk about, I suppose. Also, I got to leave in 10 minutes.
That's right.
Oh, bust it.
It's okay.
No,
you give us.
I can just leave after, and you guys can keep talking about it. I don't need to.
That's true,
your
though,
opinion.
but yeah,
What's happening now?
We just want to we want to glaze.
Yeah,
I want to glaze August Fanon some. I didn't really plan on even interrogating the new golly weed shit or whatever it is. Golly weed. I don't know what it is.
We just chatting about it.
Okay. I know it came out, but like my intention is like just to glaze Fanon. First and foremost, this is one of the most forward and outright super black righteous people that is making a music callous disregard for what it means to be political. He just put out that pro-black shit. He's always on that pro-black shit. He ain't on that fuckery. He ain't on that bullshit. And this motherfucker been putting out the greatest fucking beats, the hardest beats consistently well over a decade. I want to say like 2012 maybe I heard. I don't even know.